Hey, what's up, everybody? Hey, this is your boy Eric Kirk. Man, I am your relationship guy, guys. I'm kind of, I'm about to do something that I ain't never done before, and I'm really excited about it. I hope you guys, I hope you like what I'm about to do. But I gotta do something because it was just something, man. It just came to me, and I'm like, man, we got to do it. So, man, I'm about to do my very first reaction video. That's right. I'm about to do my very first reaction video, and I don't know how this thing gonna work out, but we finna give it a shot. I'm gonna do this because somebody sent me this video a couple of days ago, and they was, hey Eric, what's your thoughts on this? And I'm like, man, I had so many things that I was thinking about. To be honest with you, I was feeling one way, but then I also had a lot of questions, and instead of me, just going in, typing, texting all what I felt about it, I said, you know what, I'm just gonna do a video. So guess what, guys? Man, you guys are watching my very first, reaction video, and this is not live, so this is gonna be pre-recorded. But definitely still leave your comments and all that stuff, and it's gonna be good. So before I do anything else,
first
just watch
thing that
this
you want to
video.
make sure that's in check: finances, career, accomplishments. Very, very important. If you want to have a healthy relationship, it is very important that those three things are in check when you meet a guy. Because one thing, a man is a very unhappy man if his money is not right, if his career goals are not right, and if his accomplishments are not right. Remember, a man's ego is about what he has accomplished in life, how much money he has in the bank. So if he does not have those three items in check, I can almost assure you, you're going to get a very unhappy man, which is going to take all of his frustrations and emotions out on you, which is going to cause you to be very, very miserable. So with that being said, when you meet a guy, make sure finances, career, accomplishments are in check, because then you have a stable man. Because if he don't have those things in check, it's a wrap. You got a man that's miserable.
Okay, man. So listen, man, I know it was a lot. I don't know which side of the fence you're on about this video. I'm gonna start out and say, if the things that she's saying is not totally wrong. But what I want to do, I want to just bring some contents to it. If you know me, you know that what I like to do is just bring balance. I go off of this thinking, this teaching that that men and women are just different. We see things different. We react to things different, and God made us that way. So I think I would be on the side of error if I just said that this woman's video is just wrong. But what I will do is bring I'm going to answer some questions that should have been asked. Because see, one of the things that I did find out about this video, or that I noticed about the video, is that, man, when I seen it, this video had over 1 million views, and when I seen that thing, that really kind of took me to another level, because what I said was, man, this information, and this is how I thought about it, guys. I said, this information, what she put out, whether you look at it as good or bad, man, over 1 million people have watched this video. And so I want to say shout out to the creator, because obviously you're doing something right, okay? Because you got that many. Hey, teach me how you do that. But here's the thing, but I got to do what I do. And what I do, when I see stuff like this, I have to bring the balance to it, because this woman starts out talking about how man, that basically she's warning women. She's putting out a flare up in the sky and say, listen, hey, women, if you come across a man that looks like this, beware of him. Beware of the man that don't have his finances in order. Beware of the man that has not developed in his career. Beware of the man that have not accomplished anything. Beware of that guy. So here's my thought. Here's where I want to deal with this thing. She talks about how that if a man haven't accomplished anything, that or if and I'm just saying it like that, but she talks about how that's part of his ego, and I'm not gonna really argue with that. I'm not gonna argue because men, we do have egos, especially when it can't come to things that we have accomplished, because we wear that like a badge of honor. I really don't care if it's, something like, changing a tire, or, something, like building a rocket. I mean, any type of level of accomplishment that we have done, man, that's pretty big to us. And on the opposite end, if we haven't accomplished anything, we can go into a bad place, or a resting place. I call it the cave moments that we have. So do men go into their cave moments? Yes. When I'm not going to get into why we go into our cave moments, but definitely check out my. I did a video about it. I did a video about the man cave and the woman at the well. So go to my channel, Fight for the Family, seek out that video, watch it, and you get an idea of what I mean about when a man goes into his cave. And even on that note, I did another follow-up video, that talks about, the woman's responsibility, or what a woman should be aware of when a man do go into his cave, so that cave would not become his tomb. So shout out to my YouTube subscribers. Shout out to my Facebook fans, and my Instagram fans, and my new TikTok fans. Shout out to you guys, because you guys are giving me motivation. So let's jump into this thing. And we're talking. Let's just go to the first question that I had. I said, why is those things so important? Why is the finances so important? Why is the career and the accomplishment so important? The one thing, the first thing I want you women to understand is that everything that we do, we're gonna be doing it for you. Okay, so listen. I know it can be debated. I know you're gonna. I know. When I said that, everybody kind of drawed up, and you started thinking that, man, you didn't do this for me. You did it for yourself. What I want you to understand, and I'm gonna say it again. What we do it for you. Whether you receive it or not, that's a different question. But I want you to understand this: that we put our value in our ability to protect and provide for you. Okay, our finances is part of our protection and providing. The career is part of our protecting and providing. Okay, and then and the young lady talked about the accomplishments and related it to ego. I'm gonna let that one slide. I'm gonna let it go, because but what I want you to understand is that we that is that thing that motivates us. When that ability to conquer something is real important to us. Understand this. When you're looking at men and women, when you're looking at male and female, we got to get out of this blaming and saying that the way that one person think is wrong, and the way I think is right. We got to get away from that. What I want to do is bring a balance to the table. Understand that what we do here at Fight for the Family, what we do is bring balance. Okay, so understand that his value is in how he provides and protect. So of course the finances is going to be important. Of course the career is important, and of course we have to accomplish something, because we have to motivate. And so when she say beware of that person that haven't accomplished that, so that brings me to the next question is, what age are we talking about? Because the statement that she made went across to every male, every male that's in day and age. So I want to help you. I want to break this thing down, because what I want you to tell you, let's eliminate that age 20 to 40. Because, guys, there's no way that you're gonna expect a 20-year-old, a 25-year-old, to have his money together, his career together. And you know what? This is a great place to add in about this accomplishment thing. Understand that is going to be a forever thing. As long as a man is breathing, he's going to want to accomplish something. Trust me on that. As long as we're breathing, you know what? If he ain't doing nothing but challenging himself to walk to the mailbox, man, he's going to do that, and he's going to feel like he accomplished something, and it's going to give him life to want to do it tomorrow. You're going to have to give us that. You're going to have to let us have that bit of ego, because that is what makes us a man. And you know what? Let me just say this, because you want to deal with if he's unhappy, he's going to make your life miserable. Okay, but what I want you to understand is that there is two types of men. You're going to have a man that just don't care, and so he's not trying to get his finances together. He's not trying to get his career together, and he don't fight for anything. Trust me, that man is not going to be making your life miserable. He's not going to be making it miserable because he's miserable, because he don't care. See, one thing you told me about that man, and the fact that he was miserable, the fact that he was unhappy, was telling me that you was dealing with a man that was still fighting. See, there's one thing about a person that don't care. They just don't care. See, the fact that, listen to me, listen closely. The fact that he was unhappy was enough proof to tell me that he was still fighting. He was in his cave, and he was waiting on a plan. He was building, he was orchestrating. But see, let's go back to this age thing. So from age 20 to 40, we're gonna eliminate that from that man, because you know what? You in the building stage from 40 to 40. Man, 20 to 30, man, you just really getting out of school. From 30 to 40, man, you just started. You just really, a man really ain't ready to run for real until he hit age 35. So what are you really expecting from him? And see, that's why you really can't make blanket statements like that, because we got to deal with the age thing. Because see, when I hear stuff like that, and the reason why I want to make this video is because see, I'm thinking about that 20-year-old, that 25-year-old, maybe even that 30-year-old that heard this video and looked at their counterpart and said, you know what, man, you're no good for me, because you don't have your finances together. You don't have your career together. And what have you accomplished? And you're talking to a 20-year-old. You're talking to a 25-year-old. So I say that's unfair. Now, man, let's fast forward this thing. And now we're talking about the age group that I believe you really wanted to hit. Okay? So let's talk about that 40 to 60-year-old guy. Okay, let's talk about him, because see, when you get into that age group, if you don't have your money, see, first understand this. Everybody, listen closely. I don't care if you're male or female. I have talked to many men, and I've talked to many women that says that something happens when they hit the age 40, and it changes it changes everything. Career paths change. Outlook on the family change. A lot of things changes when you hit age 40. In my book, The Power of Two, I talked about how, the revelation that I had when I turned 40, and I realized that I'm on my last set of 40s, because I have completed I completed from birth to 40, and now I'm in the middle of 40 to 80. But I say it's my last set of 40 because I know I'm not going to get I'm not getting 120. So I'm on my last set of 40. So what I'm going to accomplish, what I'm going to leave behind is going to happen in this age range. And see what happens is, if you're talking about a man that's in the ages, and I believe you are. I believe you're talking to a man that's in the age range of 40 to 60. And I can say that man, probably is at a point where maybe he had to reset himself, for maybe from a divorce. Or I don't really know the case, but I do know I have talked to other people, and they have they had to, something happened, and maybe maybe they did everything right except for they didn't run the numbers. And then all of a sudden you get to 40 and you realize that, man, my calculations was off. And see, all I'm saying is that something happens to us when we hit that age, and we do go into a cave moment, because we need to go in there and reevaluate some things. We need to go in there and work out some things, So when we dealing with that guy, he's really heavy on the things that he haven't accomplished, and he's even more, focused on the things that he needs to accomplish. See, so what I want you to understand is that this would actually happen to a man, whether he's in a relationship or not. It magnifies it especially when he wants to be in a relationship, but he's looking and saying, can I really protect and provide? So that brings me to my last point. And this is what I want to talk to the women about. This is the question for you, ladies. See, what I want to know is, what help were you willing to provide? What help were you willing to provide? See, you have this is your man, and he's in a cave moment in his life. Things didn't go as planned. He don't have the savings that he had, that he wished he had. Maybe he lost his job because all of a sudden they say, what, I can hire a 20-year-old to do what you can do, 50-year-old, 40-year-old, 60-year-old. Maybe something like that. Maybe he got sick, and I don't care what the situation is, but because no matter what, a man is going to assess it the same way. He's going to he's going to go into his cave. He's going to first seek protection, because something bothered him on the outside of the cave, and then he's gonna retreat to the cave. And that's those times when I believe this woman is experiencing a man that was in his cave moment. And this is the question, women. What are you gonna do to help? See, there's two ways you can handle this. Man, you can actually go into that cave and you can reassure him that everything's going to be okay. You can motivate him. You can lift him up. You can do all of those things. But trust me, he's going to go into that cave to escape some things. But he wants you to come and help him. He wants you to come help him. See, that's one way you can do it. Or the other way you can do it, and based off of this video, I see the other side to it. See, the video speaks of a woman that's waiting for him to come out of the cave so she can point his fingers at him. See, look at you. I knew you was nothing. You ain't done nothing. You ain't gonna be nothing. Look at you. You're 40 years old. You're 45. You're 50. You're 60 years old, and you haven't accomplished anything. Do you not think that he's thinking that already? See, so why is this so important? Because see, I know I have talked to women who have said that I have and really, I never heard this word before, but I believe they use the word homosexual. Never heard it before. But basically, I guess it's a man that don't have anything, like a hobo. Okay, but so I'm gonna use that respectfully. Okay, and I believe that they meant that to be disrespectful, but to the men, respectfully, just to make my point, I'm gonna use this homosexual. Okay, and here's the deal. I know women who have said I have met a homosexual man, a man that did not have anything, and what she did was do what a woman was naturally created to do, and was to she took that man and she accepted him as he are. She accepted him, and together they build up. So now you got a man that's making six figures, seven figures, or maybe he just went from nothing. And he's just making an average income. Guys, don't you understand that there's only 80 to 90% of us are just our average earning income people. That's it. So the vast majority, now you can desire to deal with that 10-20%, man. I don't have no problem with that. Okay, but what I want you to understand is that the average 80% of the men, I'm talking about if you was in a room with 10 people, 8 of them is going to be just average income people. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Are you willing to say, you know what, I'm going to connect with this man and we're going to build something, and then, at the very least, maybe y'all can end up with nothing, but y'all have each other. What is it that tells you that, when you say, well, I would just rather be by myself than to be with somebody that don't have what I have? Where did that come from? And so the reason why I asked that question is because what I know that when God created Adam, he created Adam perfect. But even in him creating Adam perfect, he still said, Adam, you're not going to be the best you can be. You're not going to be able to do what I need you to really accomplish in this world unless I get you some help. And God, in his infinite wisdom, created Eve. See, what I want you to understand, women, is that you have that ability. You have that ability to take good and make it great. You have that ability to, where a man to say, I'm gonna build a house, and man, he did a great thing, but he needed you to make it a home. That guy anointed you to do that. So why is it now that you got to this place in your life where you want to get back from what God intended it to be? What is this? Why is that so important to you? See, what I don't want you to do, and I don't want anyone to miss this. I don't want nobody to misunderstand, or to miss what Satan is doing in the family. I don't want you to miss it. See, because you're thinking that that man, that this makes sense to you. You think that I can tell all these 1 million plus people, that to beware of a man that don't have his money right and don't have his career right. Beware of that guy. And you think that's right. But what I want you to understand is that spirit that I think every man should be warned against. I think men and really I want women to be warned against that as well, because see, you're listening to that. And when you listen to that and it sounds so good, it sounds so clear and eloquent, and you're gonna take it for gospel truth. But I really want you to understand that it's not. It's not, because what I know is that we're gonna take each other as we are. We're gonna accept that, and we're going to grow. We're gonna build. We're gonna become powerful, and we're gonna do this thing the way God intended it to be. It doesn't take from from you, woman. Man, it doesn't make you weaker. Woman, it doesn't make you weaker. What it does is makes you obedient to when God said man and woman was, man wasn't meant to be alone. So I'm going to give him, his prize, his gift. I'm going to give him woman. So guys, listen, I wanted to share that, man. The real key to successful relationships, successful marriage is man, you got to put away the pointing of the finger. You got to stop doing that. Okay, that's the first step. There's many steps, but that's the first thing I want you to do. I want you to stop blaming people. I want you to stop pointing your finger at somebody. Okay, if you want to point the finger, point it at yourself. Have a conversation with yourself. Ask yourself, are you being exactly who God created you to be? Are you, women? I want you to ask yourself: are you being the helper that God created you to be? Men, I want you to ask yourself the question: are you being the provider that you and protector that God called you to be? And guys, listen, it's okay for you to be by yourself while you work some things out. It's okay if it's okay for that. If that's a decision that you made, man, kudos to that. But you still have to have an ultimate goal, because the black family needs us to get together and stay together. The black family needs it, and the kingdom of God also needs it, because Satan is at an all-time attack on the family, and I don't care what color it is. He's attacking it, and it's stuff like this that is helping him do just that. So once again, guys, my name is Eric Kirk. I'm the author of The Power To. If you haven't got this book, you definitely want to do it. Go to my website, which is www.thepowerof2x.com. Man, order your copy. I got some other good stuff, some merch on that website as well. Follow me on Instagram, and definitely go to my YouTube channel, Fight for the Family. Like and subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next episode.